Hello everyone, my name is Brianna and I encourage black women to pursue jobs in tech. If that sounds like you, be sure to hit that like button and to subscribe. So for today, this video was crazily requested. DMs, comments, messaging me, asking me to update finally on my tech journey. And I am so excited to be here today because I have a lot of information to share with you guys because a lot has happened in the past years since I made my last video. So the reason why it took me so long to update this is because I really wanted to do like what's it like being an information technology major, or like the classes I was taking. But I personally felt like I had like a lot of prerequisites to do, and I felt like I wouldn't have had a lot of information. But I have a bunch of information to share now. I've taken a good amount of tech classes at this point, so I feel like I can finally make you guys an in-depth video about my experience in these classes, what to expect. I'm also going to talk a little bit about my career journey as well in terms of my internships and any tech jobs that I've been exploring, so stay tuned. So for those of you who don't know, the last time I made my video, I was a freshman. So I had just started. I was a second semester freshman when I came. So now I am a junior, which is super exciting. I graduate spring 2025. So I am so excited to finally be done with school. And it's so interesting because I personally feel like that video I made was like a while ago. So I think it's interesting like how fast it's been since I made that last video, because it felt like I made that video not even that long ago. And it's crazy because I'm already almost done with school, and I've been in school for almost 2 years now, so super exciting stuff. So before I had originally dropped out of my last school, I had failed college algebra like twice. I'm not a math person, guys. I spoke about this in my last video that I hate math. So I ended up having to take college algebra when I came. I also failed this time around, and it was very discouraging because I really wanted to just full out like drop my major or just drop school again just because I was tired of failing math. But I did fail again. Spoiler alert. I also had to take a writing class, a communications class. I took a psychology class, and the only tech class I took that semester was a computer and information technology class. So that class really just covered like Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Word, like basically like explained the ins and outs. And it was actually a very helpful class. It showed me things that I never even knew, and like functions that these apps particularly did that I did not know. So I found that class very helpful, and I even used that class in I usually use the stuff that I learned in that class in the classes that I take now. So I'm very thankful for that class. As for the other electives, I mean, I'm not going to get too much into them because I know they're not really like tech related, but like I did enjoy these classes. One of the classes I did enjoy was communication and action. So we're just doing like a bunch of speeches. That's all we were doing the whole class. Or just doing, we're doing a whole bunch of public speaking exercises. So he basically gave us an exercise and we basically do it. So that was pretty fun. Okay, moving on. So, in the spring, I was still kind of taking a little bit of electives. Like I said, I did fail college algebra in the fall, so I ended up having to take college algebra again, but this time I got a C minus. Your girl A-okay. So I took computer science 1, environmental sustainability, experiences literature, and modern world. So I'm mostly going to start talking about CS1. So personally, I'm going to be completely honest. Unfortunately, my school does not have the best IT program. We just don't have a good CS department in general. So I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't really learn much in this class. He didn't even have us like typing like on the computer because it was a programming class, or supposed to be like an intro to programming class. And we barely like even used like any type of interface. Like we didn't use Visual Studio Code or Google Cloud Shell or anything like that. So I was just personally like, what's kind of the point? Like, how are we gonna learn like the practical parts of coding, if that makes sense, if we're not like physically doing it? This man was writing like a whole bunch of algorithms and functions on the board, and I know that's important, but like it kind of would have felt more interesting to learn like, I guess, how to actually like code and like implement those stuff, but whatever, that's just me. Okay, so moving on to fall. Okay, actually, so I took 2 summer classes. I'm not really going to mention them because they were not tech related, but I did take 2 classes in the summer, just letting you guys know. So we're moving on to the fall. So fall 2023, this was like the most tech classes that I've taken at like one time. This is also the first semester that I took a language, so it was also pretty exciting. I took ASL 1. For this semester, I took CS2 and I took fundamentals of computer hardware. CS2 was extremely humbling. Like, I'm not even playing. be prepared because it's basically just a more in-depth version of CS1, and I barely understood CS1. So when I got to CS2, I was very humbled. It was very hard. Yeah. If you want to know like what I did to pass that class and the certain study techniques I did, I can make a separate video on that. But that class was no joke. I'm so glad that I'm done with like the computer science ones and blah blah blah, because no. I also took fundamentals of computer hardware. So basically, the whole point of the class was by the end of the class, you should know how to build a computer from scratch and take it apart. So that's basically what we were learning. We'd had a lot of like online assimilations and stuff. If you don't know what a simulation is, it's kind of like a live program where like you're seeing like the actual item and you're using the computer to like digitally implement these things. I know it sounds kind of weird when I say it like that, but it's basically kind of what a simulation is. It's kind of a practical way to learn something, basically. As practical as it can get without having the physical thing in front of you, if that makes sense. So that class was really fun. I just wanted to highlight two classes that I took that I actually really enjoyed. So the first class that I took, corporate social responsibility. I love that class. It really opened my eyes to the certain things that are happening into the world. And another class I took was race, gender, and social study. That class really went in depth on critical race theory, and a lot of my schools did not teach critical race theory, so it was a very interesting class for me in general. And a little bit off topic, but I just want to mention that if you are planning to go back to school, like, also look on the bright side of things, because you're learning things that you would have not learned if you had not gone to school. There's certain things that you would just never try to learn on your own, and college kind of forces you to learn it and study it and understand it. And I am so thankful for going back to school for that exact reason, just because I have been forced to learn things that I really would have never taken the chance to learn on my own. So shout out to those professors, shout out to those classes, because those classes genuinely opened my eyes and just made me a more knowledgeable person. So shout out to y'all. And lastly, the semester I'm now, I've been low-key crying and throwing up. I'm not really gonna lie, because this semester has been like a little bit overwhelming, but I've been getting through it. So this semester I have 3 tech classes. I have applied operating systems, I have computer networks 1, and I have discrete structures for CIT. I also have a stats class, but I dropped it because, did you just hear that? I'm not having a math class on top of all these tech classes. Like, it's just not worth it. So for applied operating systems, I'm taking this now, obviously, and I love this class because it generally, for me, it's so much fun playing around with Linux and Ubuntu and just playing around with all different operating systems. It actually inspired me to want to build my own computer myself, so I'm really excited because stuff I've been learning in these classes just helping me become a better IT person, I guess you could say. So as for computer networks 1, so this class is pretty interesting. I really like my professor and he teaches it in a very good way. Networks is definitely not what I thought. I don't know why, but I thought I was going to be learning about like Wi-Fi, like, which partially I am, but like that's only a part of it, because I guess I thought that networks was strictly just like Wi-Fi and stuff, but networks is so much deeper than that. So, but I'm really enjoying this class. I feel like I'm learning a lot, and I'm excited to see, you know, how I finish off the class. And the last class I'm taking this semester is called Discrete Structures for CIT. I'm not gonna lie, this class is absolutely dreadful. I hate it. And my professor is not really doing a great job of making me enjoy it more. But I've been working really hard. I've been doing a lot of self-studying on my own, and I have been starting to understand the concept a little bit more, so I'm really excited about that. So now that I'm done discussing all of the classes that I've been taking this semester, I wanted to talk a little bit about some things that I've been doing to optimize my experience as a student on campus, especially as an IT student. So one of the things that I decided to do is I got a job at my IT help desk at my school, and it's been really exciting because I've been learning a lot on hands-on stuff. I've been learning a lot about Windows, Mac, honestly, I've been learning about a lot of stuff. I can't really get into it because it's so much and I wouldn't even know where to begin. yeah, so that's something that I'm really excited about. If you are a student in your IT and you're trying to look for some practical experience put on your resume, I highly recommend that you try to get a job at your school's IT help desk, because it's really great for networking. It's great for building your resume, and it's just also great for just gaining that experience. You know, you have more experience than kids who are just taking regular classes. You're learning so much about what it's like to actually work in the field. You're working with people who have already been in the field, and they can help you. They can tell you things that you probably wouldn't know. So I'm just extremely thankful for this job, and I really hope that anybody who is an IT major, in my opinion, if you are an IT major, there is literally no excuse for you not to try to get an IT job on campus. Just at least apply. Even if you don't get it, at least apply and see what happens, because I'm telling you, you're missing out. And my last update is that I also got accepted to my first tech internship. So, as of June 2024, I will be a technology strategy and architecture consultant intern at Protivity, and I am super excited. So, as you guys know, for people who have been watching my videos from before, I originally started making videos saying that I want to be a software engineer, and as I've been in school, I've been talking to people, that slowly started to change, especially after CS2. CS2 was a really challenging classes for me, and I realized it wasn't something that I was really passionate about and something that I saw myself doing for like a long period of time. So I've been exploring different things, and I discovered tech consulting, and I thought it'd be perfect for me because, you know, I work my IT help desk and we always get tickets and stuff to go to places and talk to people. Obviously, it's not the same thing, but I did realize that I am a people person and I do like solving people's issues. So I I love tech, I love solving problems, so let's put it together. So I was able to get this internship, and I'm super excited because it's literally something that I am directly interested in. I do actually plan on making a video in the future about how I got my internships, helps with resume, etc. If that's something that you're interested in, be sure to definitely subscribe and like this video. Lastly, I have a resume template for my tech girlies who are interested in getting in the tech field, so definitely look down below. It's on my Etsy. If you're interested, definitely feel free. It's the exact resume template that I use to get the internship that I have now, so something that you think that could work for you, definitely be sure to purchase it below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I plan on getting more videos out for you guys in the future, and if you have any recommendations for my next videos, definitely feel free to comment below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.